Here we go.
What's up, guys? This is AJ coming to you once again from the Thwip side. Today I figured that I would try something different and share with you this first video in a series that I'm calling Comics and Collectibles. This is where I pick a comic and review figures that are kind of based off the comic. And I figured what better way to kick things off than with the first issue of Batman the Three Jokers. So here, as you can see, we have issue number 1, Batman the Three Jokers. Then we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse Arkham Asylum Joker. And next we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse White Knight Joker. And the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse, the Joker from Batman Endgame. First off, I want to talk about the comic itself, Batman the Three Jokers. It's book 1 under DC's Black Label. It's written by Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. There it is. Credit where credit is due to the creators. And Jason Fabok also did the cover art on this particular cover. There are variants, but I really love this cover. It just really draws your attention to it. And the back cover is just plain. I like it nice and simple with this card just on the back. Which, speaking of which, it actually comes with that card. So I thought that was really cool. For some reason, it seems like we're getting a lot of collectible cards from DC lately with McFarlane, but you know what? I'm not going to complain because I absolutely love them. And then it says Three Jokers on the back with some jesters, some Joker faces. I'm not going to get into spoilers with this comic because it's fairly new. I'm not even sure if issue 2 came out yet. If not, it will be soon. I believe it's a 3-issue series. I think it's really well written. And I actually really like how the panels are used, meaning how they're set up, used to convey the story. And the artwork is excellent. I mean, I can't say enough about this issue at all. It is basically like a setup issue. There's no meat and potatoes. I'm sure it'll ramp up more in the second act, but I really can't wait to see what happens next. It was a really good start to this series, and I really can't say enough about it. I will say it does cover, finally, we're getting the story of the Three Jokers, which those who may not know were first mentioned back in 2015, I believe. It was, I think, a Justice League event where Batman sits, and I think, I could be totally wrong because I haven't really read that. I'm behind on my comics, but so I guess he sits in the Mobius chair, I want to say. I could be wrong. And he asked the chair, I guess it could answer any question he wanted, and he asked the identity of the Joker, and the chair told me he couldn't tell him because there are 3 of them, which was shocking. But then nothing was really said about it, and 5 years later, here we are, finally getting an answer. So I think that's pretty cool, and yeah, I can't wait for the next part and to see where this story goes. Now let's get into the figures. First, I'm going to do the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Batman Endgame Joker. It's got a mouthful to say, but I picked him. I was looking for a third Joker. McFarlane didn't have another one out yet. The modern comic one is on its way. I think it's due in October. And this guy caught my eye. So let's go over him. And I've never read this storyline. I always get behind in comics, then I catch up, then I make myself fall behind again. But I thought he was really cool looking. I know he's a little older. He's not going to fit in scale with these guys, but an interesting Joker to add to the collection maybe. So let's pop it open and see if I'm right. So to start off, he does come with a couple accessories. This is a Build-A-Figure piece to build a Justice Buster. I'm not going to get into it. Like I said, I just got him because I needed a third Joker and he looked interesting. So we won't really talk about that. And then he comes with this little little mask here. He comes with this little mask. I'm thinking this might be maybe from when earlier on in that run in the New 52 where he peeled his face off. Pretty gross, but he comes with that. No weapons. I wish he had come with a knife or something, but yeah. Going over how he looks. I really like the look, the design of him. As you can see, I really like the face and the detail and the hair. Pretty clean. Don't see a lot of slop. Nice suit. There's a little white there. Missed a little, but not too bad. I mean, just going to the suit. Has the tie, wrinkles. Playing it just pretty much a plain body. Nice hands. Going down to the suit pants. And the shoes. Nice little dress shoes. Looks like he was out on the town for dinner or something. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't read this storyline. It's one on my list to read. Back of the head, a little sloppy, but not bad. So overall, the looks, I really like the looks of him. Going over articulation, that is where this thing fails, and you can see the weaknesses of Mattel. But I've had Mattel figures that were better with articulation than him. He is not good at all. And I'll show you. For the head, it does nothing. You can't get up, you can't get back. No tilt to speak of. You can turn it, but that's about it. You can go out here. His arms will go out that far. Come down all the way around. But then we got only single jointed elbows that come to there. And then the wrist, there's no wrist swivel joint here. It's just a swivel around. At the waist, no crunch. You just got the swivel at the waist. Come down to the legs. The one good thing is he can go out that far. He can kick. Well, the coat hinders it. He could probably kick out farther if the coat wasn't there, but it's part of the look. He has a swivel at this part of his leg. And then back to here, single jointed knees. So just single knees and single elbows. This day and age, you gotta, if you're gonna have single, you gotta go farther than that. I mean, this is a little bit older of a figure too, but. And then this was really tight. I freed it up, and this is all I was able to get out of his foot. And no pivot to speak of. So, severely limited. Next up, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse White Knight Joker. Another storyline I haven't read. It's on my list to read. I always find myself falling out and behind of comics. Not falling out, more behind than playing catch up. A lot of comics I'm catching up right now. But anyway, the packaging is the standard McFarlane packaging, where you get to see the Joker, the card that they come with, the McFarlane comes with, in the back, and some accessories. Nice plain. I like these packages. They're just nice and plain, nothing fancy. You've got Joker White Knight. And then you got the window with the Joker. And then artwork from the comic, from where he came from. The window in the top. The mumbo jumbo in the back. So we're just going to crack them open and take a look at them. Here's the White Knight Joker out of the packaging with his accessories. We'll go over those first. First off, I have to go with the trading card, because I absolutely love these. I say them in every video that I've reviewed of a McFarlane figure. I'm also happy one came with the comic. Has the art from the comic. Looks really cool. And a bio on the back. So you know what this particular version is all about. That's pretty cool. I love those cards. Next up, we get this long pistol. It's a nice sculpt. Not as much detail or wash, but it does have like painted for a wooden handle. I mean, I've seen McFarlane weapons or accessories much more detailed, but it's not bad. But it makes me think of Batman 1989 and that Joker. And then we have, I guess, the Jack Napier head, which came out really good, fairly clean. I saw where some videos said that the eyes were messed up. Mine looks fairly clean. Nice detail in the hair. And then we get the standard McFarlane stand. Just says DC. And then the figure himself. I love the hair, how the hair came on this. I mean, we're losing a little bit in the backdrop, but it's got some nice wash to it. It looks like it was green painted on black maybe, but it really brings out the detail. I love it. The face, it's really all I can see. I don't know if that was on purpose, but this eye here looks a little off. But I'm not sure if that's just supposed to make him look crazier than he already is. I don't know. But it does seem to be a little off. You got the messy lipstick. I like how they did it. Like, made it look like it's running down his teeth. Like, I don't know. It looks like maybe lipstick running on his teeth. But, yeah, I just like it. Really cool head sculpt. Going down to his uniform. He's got like a GCPD or GTO police jacket on. Very nicely detailed. I like how they painted the badge. It came out really good, really clean. And just overall, there's nice paint apps for the zipper. Nice wash to bring out the detail. The arms. So for the head, you get quite, you get a decent amount of tilt. That's really nice, actually. And then not much back. Nothing really. And then he can bury his chin, so not much back and forth here. It swivels this way, that way, and some great tilt. His arms will go out that far and go all the way around, and then comes to the double jointed elbows that go very far. They're tight and then they're not tight. It makes me think I'm going to break it. Swivel at the bicep. Now here we go. We get down to this vest, and you get down to the vest and it does hinder articulation, although well done. The vest is well done, but you can swivel at the waist. And I did off camera try to crunch him forward, and I'm kind of nervous now because it made a weird noise, and I thought I broke the figure. It took me a minute to be able to get him back. Let's see. You hear that click, and that is about it. But I don't like that clicking noise. And then you can click them back. See, it's very, there it is back. And you hear another click. So maybe it is supposed to do that. We can go back about that far. I don't think I'll be doing that much. That just makes me a little nervous. Coming to the legs. You can go out that far. And then we've got the problematic thigh rotation from McFarlane. As I've said in other videos, some of them have nice or better than this, at least, rotation. Some of them have really decent rotation. There's a couple I've come across, a couple Batman figures. This one doesn't really have it. It's a disappointment. I'm hoping they work on those as the line continues to grow. And then you got double jointed knees that go all the way up. And then you got foot will go that far forward, really far back. Toe articulation. Wow, that breaks his toes. And then a little pivot. Oh, and I forgot to mention the McFarlane wrists. Go like that, turn like that, but then you can manipulate it. That was an up and down, but you can manipulate it and turn like, nope. And then get your Oh, it's stuck. You can get side to side if it will cooperate. But there you go. A really nice figure. Last but not least, we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse Arkham Asylum Joker. And this is the one I was the most excited for. I used to have the DC Direct version of him, the Arkham Asylum Joker, and I don't have him anymore, so I was really looking forward to this one. Packaging, same deal. I'm not going to concentrate too much on it. We've got the Joker, what comes in the box, Batman Arkham Asylum the Joker, artwork from the game, mumbo jumbo in the window. And I'm just going to crack them open and get into it. Here's Arkham Asylum Joker out of the packaging with everything he comes with. Again, the trading card has the artwork from the game with the bio. And that'll go into my collection, like I said. He comes with this pistol. Get it in focus. Some nice texture. Painted to make it look kind of like a wooden grip. I like that. And then he comes with these chattering teeth, which if you remember from the game, they're all over the place, all over the asylum. And one of the bonus things you could do is hit him with your batarang. But they're really nicely done. I mean, a lot of detail. They even got the little thing for the hinge on the teeth. This is a closed one. Little winding mechanism to wind them up, to set them off. It's really nice. Here's an open one. Again, same kind of detail, but this time it's open. I like how they even painted in those little pins. But yeah, really cool. Really nicely done little accessories. Again, McFarlane stand. Now, let's get a look at this guy. Right off the bat, I love the head sculpt. It's not as detailed as the DC Direct one, but still really nicely done. Come up to it and see. Green hair. I like how it has like painted so there's accents to bring out the detail with some wash. Paint apps are clean. I can't get enough. I don't know if anybody else has ever had trouble or whatever, but every McFarlane figure from the DC Multiverse line that I've gotten so far has been really clean with the paint apps. No slop to speak of. I don't know if I'm just getting super lucky or that's just the way it is. I mean, that's great. Quality line. I mean, the sculpts look awesome. I mean, as you can see, all the buttons on the shirt, they're all painted. Wash. Even painted a button there. The flower. Well, no, I think that's just a mold. I don't think that's slop. Come down, the jacket is beautiful. Nice representation of how he looked in the game. Awesome. He's got the little gold chain, little frills. Come down here to the jacket. This is a nice soft material. Gets out of the way. Down to the shoes. So yeah, articulation is pretty good with this guy. So we'll go over articulation. He can put his head up that far and bury his chin. Swivels all around. And as you can see, great head pivot. His arms go up that far. And he will swivel all around. Now on him, you can see the cap piece here, and it's supposed to be that butterfly joint that's supposed to hinge. On all the other hinge up and down and work as a butterfly joint. I don't know if mine is stuck, or that's just the limitations because of this jacket, but you don't get anything out of it. I'm going to try to loosen it up later. And then he's got the biceps swivel, double jointed elbows that go here, and he's got the standard McFarlane swivel where you can go up and down and manipulate it to go. Oh, I just did it. I must have freed it. I was playing with this for a few minutes right out of the packaging before I recorded, and I couldn't get it to do that. Well, it's kind of at an angle. I have trouble getting a true side to side. I think it might be stuck as well. But his wrist swivels all the way around for his hand. So yeah, two things that I'm going to try to unstick to see if I can get some more articulation. Going to the waist, again you see this nice coat and you think it's going to be hindering. And the White Knight, it was hindered a little bit and you heard that pop. This one you do too, but you get a lot more crunch. And the pop doesn't sound as bad. You can hear it there a little. But you can get that much, and the jacket is soft. And you just get more crunch than the White Knight for whatever reason. And going back, I don't know why, but he goes way back. He's got some good tilt. And then he swivels at the waist as well. And then for his legs, they go out super far. And again, this one, really no thigh rotation to speak of. It tries. If you spread his leg out a little, you can get a little more. And then double jointed knees, they go all the way up. And then down here, you see the cuffs of his pants. They get in the way. You only get like that much forward, that much back, toe articulation. This one, I don't get a lot of pivot or rocker, a little bit. This foot, a little bit more. So bottom line is that I really enjoyed all three of these figures. I mean, yes, there's severe limitations with him. He is an older figure, but when he came out, I believe articulation was way more advanced than he is. He kind of reminds me of one of those Hasbro basic figures you get with like the movie lines and things. But I really like how he looks. The detail in his face was really nice. He will find a place somewhere on my display. Maybe not with my McFarlanes, but maybe in the background. If McFarlane makes them, like I said before, makes one, he's gone. The White Knight, like I said, haven't read the comic, White Knight Joker, but really interesting. I really like how he came out, very detailed, just another great looking Joker. And then, of course, the Arkham Asylum Joker, which is one of my favorite looks for the Joker, and that's fantastic. Again, for the two McFarlanes, some articulation hiccups, especially with the thigh swivel. The Joker's butterfly joint caps are a little stiff. I'll have to try to loosen them and also try to get these loosened so I can swivel his hands the other way. But besides that, two really great figures, one decent figure in the Mattel one. Like I said, the look, how he looked was interesting. I am going to go back and read those comics. Articulation-wise, he's not there, but he make a good piece in the back of the shelf or in a Joker display. As for the comic, great comic. If you haven't already picked it up, I highly recommend it. And I can't say enough about it, and I just can't wait to get my issue number 2. If you liked the video, please subscribe, comment, drop a like, share, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you again on the flip side.